go, little big baby.
Hey.
That's what I said. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another cup of conversation.
Where we have conversations worth having.
I'm your girl, Chit Chat Coco.
And I'm your girl, T.
And this week, we are back with another banger, episode 96. Bow, bow. Okay.
You gotta fill up your cup again for this week.
Yes.
I like how you started that off. Man. Show our roots. Where we at?
Right.
Where your roots? You don't even know where your roots at. You all over
I'm all over the place. I'm a little hot sauce and Texas and a little ratchet in the boot. Look, okay? Mixed, okay? But how you feeling, girl?
I'm feeling good. Accomplished. Had a great time over the break. We didn't took our break. We rested.
Y'all, me and T have officially become friends, y'all.
She has accepted me into the drop on the clues bomb for that. And I really hold on though, because I don't feel like our membership should have. Me and somebody else's membership should not have ran together.
No,
she done accepted really, other people at the same time as me.
No,
but I've been working on this a little longer.
The only reason it's not the same. It's still not the same because my friend Bree and you are not the same.
Right.
My friend Bree and them not the same.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I consider y'all people that I'm willing to grow with.
So we is in the circle group of friends.
Yes, y'all in a circle group of friends, but the level of friends is not the same. You know,
like the stuff that you
Tiara, I'm not gonna be on Tiara level. Even though now that I consider them a friend, it's not gonna be the same. It's just gonna be I consider having girl day with you. I liked having girl day with you. And then too, me and I will say me and Oksana and me Tiara have done friend stuff outside of podcast stuff.
Yeah.
On our own.
Yeah.
So as for me and you, we really didn't do nothing outside the podcast together.
No. Not at first.
Yeah, at first. So I think that's why they kind of got inducted early. I'm acting like I'm somebody. And I feel like I'm somebody.
I'm watching you.
So no, it's just that.
But no, y'all, she did the most and really inducted all of us into her friend group at the birthday party.
Because I feel like, and it's more so about feeling safe around people.
Yeah.
So I feel safe around them. When I've been around them, I feel safe around them. Now, will they know the ins and outs of everything going on in my life? Probably not. But
right.
I feel safe around them.
Right.
So.
And I'm just playing when I say did the most stuff. That is so necessary. What you did in the way that you formulated and accumulated like your friends over time, and then you kind of just like checked it out and felt the bump. We kind of dated,
right?
You know what I mean? Dated a little bit.
You gotta date.
Women too often jump into stuff and be like, "Oh, this is my best friend," just because we clicked on some stuff. Like,
right?
That's not the case. We had a business relationship that grew into a friendship,
right?
And like she was saying earlier, you can either grow or you can get promoted or you can get demoted, baby.
Exactly.
It's only two ways to go.
Because I demoted
up or down.
A few.
Yeah. So.
But on a lighter note, I'm feeling very good. I just feel like that my life is finally taking shape of who I see myself as.
Yeah, these 30s.
Yes.
I'm liking them. I'm liking them. Like when I turned 30 at first, I was like, oh my God, like, bitch, you don't have nothing together. Like you ought to have X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. And see, I didn't think that when I turned 30.
I did.
I thought that I'm about to finally be a grown bitch. I ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me
now. That's what I'm thinking now. Because I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing this shit right. Finally. Like I got some money and I don't know how, I'm not just throwing it all over. Exactly. I'm not doing stupid stuff with it. I'm doing what needs to be done. This shit is showing itself. The fruit is starting to grow in my garden. I'm not whacking it out by doing dumb stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, it feel good.
It feel good to be a grown ass woman. Oh my God.
Baby, if y'all in y'all 20s worried about how to get it done you need to be worried about trying shit. Like that's all you need to be worried about. Yeah. You ain't gonna have no money. Let me tell you this right.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna have no money.
Be okay with.
You gonna have a lot of friends, but they ain't gonna be real. You gonna be questioning them. And just be okay with, like you said, not being okay. Because y'all ain't going to have it figured out right now. Trust me.
Definitely.
Trust me.
Yes. And go ahead. I'm going to let you go ahead and get into your, because that really leads us into our topic. But I'm going to go ahead and let you get to your
yes, because it's all going to come together. It's all going to come together. Mm-hmm. So I wanted this, the Cup of Controversy segment, and I wanted to title this one, Men Do It Differently. Just because I seen a bunch of controversy with the Papoose and Clarissa shit over the break, and about I don't want to talk specifically about whatever they got going on. I want to talk about the mannerisms of it. How Clarissa feels so comfortable speaking on like the questions about their divorce and stuff like that, and they're not fully divorced. And how we kind of came up here and talked about Cardi moving too fast when she got pregnant. I feel like women in breakups or even in those kind of situations where Clarissa is the other woman they're getting together, we handle it way different than men. And I feel like sometimes we handle it wrong, like in a sense that I'm not even gonna say wrong. I'm gonna say emotionally, because I know Clarissa. Or I ain't gonna say I know, but I'm assuming she has so much to say because she's emotional behind it. Like she wants to defend her man. She wants to defend. She don't want to look like somebody who is, taking somebody for something. Like, you know, you want to save face and look good while you doing whatever you're doing, or even if it's not the best look, you still want to look good in it. So because I personally don't know how she feels so comfortable at them interviews when they asking you, so how you and Remy do? And she like, nah, he ain't gotta. That to me is secondhand embarrassment for her, because why you even talking about it? Like, let him say it. Let him say it. Like, please.
Let him talk to himself. So first of all, Krista. Okay, no, don't say that. Don't say that. Okay, never mind.
Say it.
Okay, well, first of all, I will say this. We gotta know that Clarissa had an IEP.
Okay.
We got to know that, right? Okay. So we cannot exclude that part of the conversation.
Right.
And so a lot of her actions are showing up like she had an IEP. I don't want to sound like I'm saying like when you had an IEP then you're stupid or not. I'm not saying that.
What I'm saying is
you don't have the awareness. Like you don't know the social cues sometimes. You don't know when
the same girl she was when she was young in the IEP class.
She just got
she
money
just
now.
older.
She
just
got
older.
money now.
That didn't mean she got wiser or mature. Like.
Exactly. And like we gotta be honest too, she hasn't been very out there when it comes to men. Like, you know what I'm saying? She hasn't had that experience, which is like we were talking about just now about the friends, why it's important for women to actually date. Not so much
you won't
to find
jump in
somebody,
so hard,
but to know how to move in a dating situation. So for me, I feel like that's the main part of the problem.
Yeah.
She's not aware. I'm not gonna say that Papoose is using her or anything, but he does come across as an opportunist. He does come across as a person that sees an opportunity with her. Hence the deal that she has now that's under his record label / fightership now. I don't know what that's about. But
his agency.
Yeah, his agency now. But he does come across as like some type of opportunity. And so she just not aware of what's going on.
Right.
And I want to be the first person to say, I won't be the first person to say this. Stop getting in these relationships with these men and saying what they won't do, what they ain't, that the wife didn't already tell us that they are. Like, this person ain't been with this person this long. And yes, we got bitter people that make up lies and stuff like this. But let's take what the wife is saying with a grain of salt, and let's put it in our back pocket.
Yeah,
we ain't gotta
let's use our context clues about the characteristic traits.
Yeah.
Let's just watch. Let's just look at the track record. Let's look at the receipts.
Exactly.
Let's see if A plus, if 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Like let's add it up.
Right.
Because like you said, she doesn't have.
And let's put it in our back pocket. We don't even gotta act on it.
No.
Yeah.
Just have the knowledge of it.
Yeah.
But like you said, she doesn't have the awareness to kind of like even judge that kind of situation. I don't, Lord, help me now. Because I don't want to sound bad when I'm saying this, but like everybody has a person. So for example, like they had these two people that went to my school that graduated with me, and they was in them classes too. They was together in school, they together now.
Yeah.
It looks perfect together because they understand what they can understand. Now, if she would have went to try to date a nigga that, graduated with honors and all this other stuff, it would have looked like, bro, what you doing with her? Yeah, and it would have been a power dynamic difference. And you can tell it is with them. Like, he has the more power in that relationship, but she has the more money. So she's trying to assert herself to that level of power because she got that amount of money.
Yeah.
But it's just not equaling the same.
And I think to even go deeper into the real thing about that topic is, I think that when you're a woman and you get with a man that is recently divorced, you really do yourself a disservice, because men, especially to be with someone that long, you are always gonna, for them, you're always gonna be looking like the comparison.
Yes.
And so you're really doing yourself a disservice to be with a man that's either not fully divorced, or a man that has recently been divorced.
Right. Give him some time, because like I said, men handle it differently. And that was like my question to this. What is in that position? What is her place? And we can also use like the pastor and his daughter as the example too, because I feel like that's what he was trying to show her place, like the daughter, her place. But he was also trying to put the wife on a pedestal. And I don't know if y'all seen this. This is the instance where there was a pastor who invited his adult daughter in to live with him, but he has like a younger wife, and he just doesn't think that the daughter is giving the wife the respect she deserves. She really only called her by her first name. But like, what is that position for that new person that's coming in, like the Carissa or the new wife?
Yeah, so that has to that's a relationship on both situations that has to be nurtured. And I think people want to place titles before connection and before like building a relationship, because really, to be honest,
say that again. Titles before connection.
Yes. Titles before connections don't never last.
No.
And because it's not genuine. And so I think that if you wanted her to call her mama, or that's like, even right now, if me and Carrie was to get a divorce and I had somebody, you don't know this man. Like, it's like,
to be calling him daddy. Like,
yeah,
what are we talking about?
I want that to gradually jump on you because of the love that he's showing you, because of the XYZ. Like, I want that to be something you are proud of doing. I don't want me to have to coerce you into doing something like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's the number one problem. And I think the person that's coming in has to have that mindset too, because I don't want to be in a relationship where I feel like, ooh, I don't want her to feel like we don't like her, or I don't want. You got to come in knowing I don't feel no type of way. This is new for them. Yes. This is new for me.
Be okay with that.
Yeah, be okay with it. And I think even for like Clarissa, I feel like with her, I think out of respect for herself and out of respect for their marriage, whether it was dissolving or not, I think that she should have played a back seat as far as social media wise to their relationship. Yeah. Even if you are with him, because
nobody's telling you not to walk the red carpet with him or anything like that. It's just during the interviews when y'all in there together and they're asking him about Remy, this is what you need to do. Like, you need to sit back and shut up, because it's given like I'm trying to assert my place, and he's not making my place like significant or ensuring like. Letting y'all know, don't even ask this because I'm in here with my gal. Like, and y'all talk about my ex-wife. Like, it ain't even, he not doing that. So that's what's really embarrassing for me. Like, it's like, take a breather. But more so, I want people to lean into that part that you just said. Connections before titles. Because we so quickly as women jump off of emotion and how we felt that day or that time or whatever the case may be. Yeah. And we don't worry about growing a connection, nurturing the connection. Make sure
my man.
Yeah, make sure I'm asking him the right questions. I'm still in lovey-dovey dumb lane. You know what I mean?
Like, no, it's the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just feel like that's where she at. Y'all don't fall into no Clarissa shoes. And I hope we ever get big enough for Clarissa actually see some of this, and I hope she don't want to put them paws on a bitch, because I can't take it.
You're gonna go to jail for me, bitch.
Because I can't take it.
You tap me on my shoulder, I'm gonna take you.
Exactly. Take you through there. Bitch. I'm about to pass. But look, that's not the woman you want to be. That's not the woman you want to be. Look, like, if you even had a younger sister or a daughter or something, that's not the woman you want them to look up and see. Like, you don't want to be looked at as the begging woman. You want to be looked at as the woman like, that I can make this nigga do whatever for me. Yeah. I can live as soft as I want to. And he wants to do it. Now, I'm not forcing him to do anything.
Yeah. No, for real. And so that goes into our part. We headed right into our main topic: setting boundaries without feeling like a villain.
Okay, perfect segue.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta feel bad for having. Hey, baby, look, I got a little girl. She, this all new to her. Yeah. So we not gonna even go in with the whole mama.
Yeah.
She got a mama. She's good on a mama. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just right now. This is just about us. Yeah. When we get to the kids stage, I introduce you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just to speak on that part. But I think that I will say this. When we talk about boundaries, I think boundaries, what it does for me and because we know we can overuse words a lot of times.
Yes.
But
Lord.
what it does for me, it exposes like the areas of my life where there was really burnout.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you realize you start setting boundaries and you really start to sit back and look and say like, oh, I was just doing too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and they wasn't doing enough.
Do everything.
Yeah, and they wasn't even reciprocating. And then you know what I'm saying? Like it really like allows you to sit back and see where in your life it's more than a boundary that need to be set.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, more than what's being built up more than what you could take in that area.
And so I thought about when we talk about without feeling like the villain, that's 9 times out of 10 is tied to people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So one of the things when I get ready to feel like I'm setting a boundary and if somebody's gonna feel a certain type of way about it, I look at who's uncomfortable with my boundaries.
Okay.
And that's 9 times out of 10 where most of the burnout was kind of stemming from. Whether it was a relationship, whether it was a job title or whatever the case may be, usually people get uncomfortable when you set boundaries that were a cause for the boundary.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess you don't have to name names, but who got uncomfortable when you set boundaries in your life?
I would think the biggest boundary I set was with my family moving to Houston. Because being in the close proximity with them was just making it to where they felt like if I had any speckle of free time, if I was not at work or if I was not doing something that they felt like was up to par to say no to them,
it was
then that's free time. I ought to be able to drive over here and do this, pick up this person, do that, feed this person, bring this person.
Not
rest. No.
Oh, not rest.
Not rest. No. You need to be doing something. Yes. You need to be doing. That ain't lucrative enough.
Yeah.
That ain't paying you nothing. That
ain't making all your money. Yeah.
That ain't nothing you can't stop doing to come bring your grandma nothing to eat.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
The guilt. So I think I that was like one of the biggest boundaries I set with my family. And yeah, I get the occasional, run-ins. You don't come down here. You don't never want to see me. That's fine. Y'all still living? Y'all all right?
All right.
Hey, all right. Bye, y'all.
Right.
You know what I mean? I go down there. I say what I need to say. Y'all see me? Now, y'all probably won't for another couple months.
Why do you think that we worry about how people will feel before we set a boundary so much to the fact that sometimes we don't even set the boundary? Why do you think we care so much knowing that a lot of times, most of the time, our lives could be fine with or without that person?
Right.
So even knowing that, we know that sometimes we have a friend or whatever, and we know that our life could literally go on without that person. But why do you think we still second guess setting a boundary because of how it affects that person?
I think it goes into two things. One is like the need to be wanted. So, you want people, you kind of want people to want you. Because me and my sister say that about my mama all the time. Like, God, she complain about people overusing her or calling her too much when you could tell them no or cut them off and,
not have that.
And everything about your life will still be the same. You won't have to do anything extra
but that aspect won't be the same.
But yeah, you won't have the wanted or feeling needed.
So you have to get rid of some stuff to even set a boundary, basically what you're saying. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And you also have to gain some things too, because you have to find something that needs you in a healthy way. Or find a way to need yourself in a healthy way, because sometimes
or not need to be needed.
That can help too. That might be it.
Right.
Because sometimes we will even put other people's worries or wants over our own. Like, we know we need to lay down. We know we tired. We know we need to rest. But you let so-and-so call you, or you let this person call you and tell them what they need, or tell you what they need or want. And now you up and moving around and doing this and that. When, truth be told, if you said no, guess what? It was going to get done anyway. They was going to get it done.
They was going to find somebody.
They was going to get it done. So, I don't know how, I really can't say why. Well, I would say the want to be needed. That's like the main reason to me. What you think? Like, why do you think people?
I think, I guess my answer would be along the same lines of wanting to be needed or feeling liked or respect. I guess the same thing. And I think sometimes we do tie our identity to what we can do and how much we can do for people.
Yeah. I'm just wondering where this blind obligation come from sometimes. Like, you know, I like that one video I sent you about when the girl was like, we show up at these Thanksgiving with these family members that some of us don't like. And like, where does this blind obligation come from?
Because I think in our childhood, we've always been taught to, this your family. You gotta do this because this your brother, this your sister. You can't, you all you got. Even like in my household, like I was always told, you ain't got no friends. Though your friends is the people that's in this household. But
never mind your brother just ran your credit because you done co-signed on a car for him or he owe you $12,000 or you know, just never mind all that, right?
Exactly. So I think that we just kind of programmed to believe that, and until you can see somebody is safe, you do believe that. Like you believe that yourself outside of what you was taught. Until I can believe that this person is safe for me, I do believe that you probably ain't my friend.
Yeah.
Or, you know, me. Especially how I grew up. My mom always told me, like, be careful of certain people, be careful of certain women, or, you know, like I was programmed to think like that. So until somebody makes you feel safe, you do believe that, you know,
this is what it
is.
Because you have to have that kind of example in your life. And it sometimes don't even, you want it as much as you want it to be from family members. Sometimes it's that man you run into in your 20s, you know, okay, now he's showing me
to set a boundary
what it feels like to be safe, because I didn't have to do all that. I didn't have to bring him food and do all this and
for him to like
exhaust myself for him to still call and check on me or, you know, and they don't even do that sometimes, and they call and ask you for shit. They don't even say how you doing.
Exactly.
None of that. Like that shit like that grinds my gears. Like I can guarantee y'all, when I'm the one that's rich and famous, or I'm the auntie with the money or the money, I can guarantee y'all can't ask me for $30 without me lecturing you. It's not gonna be. I'm not gonna be that person.
Not a lecture, right?
I'm never gonna be that. Yeah. No, don't worry about it.
Well, how you doing?
Yeah.
What? I ain't talking to you all month.
My nephew asked me for $15. I said, well, hey, we need to start starting these conversations different. I told him we need to start starting these conversations differently, nephew.
Right,
you can't just text me and ask for no money.
And how about if you know you gonna need your auntie? How about you call and just sit and talk to your auntie for 30 minutes every now and then?
Yes.
Don't make the only time you call me.
Yes, because you knew before Friday. You knew Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday that you needed $20. So you should have called me on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And started up a conversation. Because by Friday, you knew you was gonna need something.
Right.
Like I don't,
because and that's a thing of people want to feel like if I do something for you, like I'm just not getting the short end of the stick every time.
Exactly.
Sometimes you will. That's a part of relationships. But all the time?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, when I'm telling you, I'm at the point to start doing people how they like the way people call me or how my nephew will call me and ask me for something and don't, or the way people will pull up to something that I threw and don't bring nothing. I'm starting to do that shit. Girl, look.
Yeah.
I pulled up to a birthday party the other day. I ain't had nothing in my hand but this phone.
And we talked about that. Yeah.
I don't care. Because, look, the person ain't never came up with, look, you don't come with nothing. Really. So shit.
Yeah.
Look, what am I stressing for?
So we just talked about being safe and and feeling safe with people. How do you not confuse somebody being nice and somebody being safe?
Because nice wears off. Nice wears off. Sooner or later. Like, especially if you are really aggravating to somebody's soul. Like if they really don't like something that you're doing, I can only smile at you for so long before I start real just, bitch, like you're really getting on my nerves now. Like
right.
And I think people that ask for stuff a lot, those takers, they know when people be tired of being taken, but they still go. And I don't understand that part right there. For the life of me, I can't understand. Like, as a taker, you would think you would know when to give and get. You know, I know how to get my way. I'll talk to this person for this long, and I know they're going to give me X, Y, and Z. But once I feel them getting tired of me, I feel like I should draw back. No, they don't know how to do nothing but take.
Right.
Whether it's just your energy, they want to talk your ear off and vent. They don't know how to do nothing but vampires suck you up.
Yeah. And I think for me, how I keep it distinguish is two things. One is when you can tell me something I don't want to hear from you, and I'm okay with you still. And then, so basically, I feel safe whether I'm in the wrong in the situation or I'm in the right. Like, I can still be around you.
Right.
And then another one is I feel safe when people are just as vulnerable with me.
Yeah. Because I can even admit, it was a time in our relationship, I'll call you to tell you something, and then I get out the phone and I'll be like, I feel like I gave her too much. I mean, it's not like...
Because of me, that I didn't give anything.
Yeah, because you didn't give enough. You didn't give nothing back. And it wasn't that I thought that you was finna go tell all of Orange my business or all of Houston. And then I just was like, she ain't say nothing back. And I'm just... But it came to a point in our relationship where... Because remember I told you at first, I said you used to like act perfect, like nothing ever happened to you. But it came to a point where I was venting you about something. You was like, "Yeah, girl, I did that too." And I was like, "Not you,
right?
Nah, I know you lying to me. Yeah, I don't want to even say what it's about because I remember it like yesterday. We'll talk about it on camera.
I'm scared,
but I was like, "Not you." But I think that's people do want to know that you're relatable. They want to know that, like, okay. And I kind of have like a double-edged sword with that because I hate venting to people and they be like, yeah, girl, my man do that all the time. And they change it to something about them.
Yeah. And I think that's too.
So you got to know the balance between, you got to know when to give a little, but when to just say, yeah, girl, your situation is fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not putting myself in your shoes. I'm not trying to take nothing from you or nothing like that.
I'm not trying to act like I know exactly
I'm not trying to act like I know none of that shit. Because sometimes I can't relate, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And that's okay not to relate sometimes, especially on some negative.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't.
But yeah, it's been a couple times you done called me and I done felt like I done been vulnerable, but you haven't. But again, it's give and take in those.
And I think when you get to know me, I'm also not a like overly emotional person.
Yeah, you're not super irrational. With your emotions. You know what I mean? Like, I'll call and be feeling like that. And then after you say or ask like one or two questions, I'm like, shit. You know, like, was I even that mad? Right. You know, like, I'm not even feeling like that no more.
Right. And then I think too, I be so ready to move, like I said before, I be so ready to move to a solution that I skip over the fact, okay, make the connection in the madness. Make the connection or be vulnerable right now and then give a solution. I just be like, yeah, so what you gonna do? You gonna...
you missed the whole middle part.
You missed it. Like, I ain't even sandwich the shit. Like they be saying, you gotta lean it.
Nah, you didn't.
Dry
Gave it to a raw.
Nothing but bread. Look. But no.
Popeye's biscuit.
No, for real.
Choke you up. Hold up.
I'm getting better, make me cry. But I also, like I said before, I think that comes from being in a survival mode for so long that I feel like now that I'm getting to a point to where I'm in a softer era of my life, when it comes to like my man, myself personally, like I feel like I'm able to, like my shoulder's not here. So when you bring me something, I'm like, oh yeah, girl, because I thought about that too.
Right.
Oh, that happened to me too. Like I'm able to really be in my emotion. Whereas before, you don't got time for that. That's my thought process. You don't got time for that. Get out your emotions. You got to get to this money. You got to get to this whatever, this school. You got to
figure it out.
Yeah, you got to do everything. So I think that now I'm kind of getting softer, and that's helping with me being able to be more vulnerable. Even with my closest friends, like they probably would say the same thing too. Like the Breeze, they probably would be like, bitch, you always want to fix somebody's fucking life. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just coming with time. But my last thing is, what would you change if peace mattered more than people's expectation?
Ooh. I probably wouldn't be in this like rat race in my mind. I probably wouldn't be overthinking like if it, for instance, like our conversations that we talked about earlier in the year, when I kind of just, instead of just bringing the conversation or the issue to you, I'm trying to overthink and analyze what you're going to say, how you going to feel about it, how you going to take it in, or you going to say something that's going to make me mad or, you know, whatever. I think if peace was just the main goal and not however you feel, I would have just said, hey, Coco, I really don't like the way you're doing this, and I feel like I'm overdoing this. And you'd have been like, okay, you know, maybe you can do X, Y, and Z. Or you could have said something that was off totally what I thought you should have said.
Right.
And it probably wouldn't, I still would have found some kind of peace in knowing I know your answer, or I know your side of the story. So I think that's where it would be for me. It's just like, I think I would just handle things or tackle things with my friends, family, any relationships I have in my life differently. It would just be more so of, I need to say my feels, and then you can let me know if it made you feel some type of way, or if it didn't make you feel some type of way and you just needed to know how I felt, you can give me your response to that, how you gonna handle it differently, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But what about you? If peace was your main goal?
Okay, so I'm going to kind of switch that around a little bit. And I think the reason, I'm going to just switch it around just because I think the main reason why sometimes peace is not my main goal, and it's not about people's expectation for me. It's never really about people's expectation for me, of me, or of whatever. It's the fact that I feel like me expressing to sometimes to certain people, when I know in my mind, whether it's from past situations, gathered data, whatever it is, when I know in my mind that people do not hold the space for me to even bring you something, it makes it hard to choose peace, because even if I do choose that peace to say something, you don't hold the capacity. Okay. And I'm going to leave more
bundled because you're going to say something, or we're going to get into something else.
And because you're going to take it as offense, because I think my thing is, a lot of times when I do hold back, the few times that I do hold back situations, it's not because I don't want to say nothing. I very much want to say something.
Yeah.
But when I know that I'm not dealing with a healed person that can take what I'm about to say and not, because it is going to come off as I'm offending you.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's going to come off of that. So if I know that, and I know, but in my mind, I know that something you might say might offend me.
Yeah.
But I know I have to make the decision to either be offended or just figure out what a solution is. That's fine. But if I'm dealing with a person that I know, through whatever reason I know, is not going to be able to do that, I can't choose peace. You put me in a place where I can't choose peace, because I cannot argue with you.
I get that. I hold back. I get that, because I have opinionated friends that I hold back from sometimes, just because I know in this particular subject, line of matter or whatever, you're
not gonna get what
you damaged in that line. Like, we talk about relationships, and your last few relationships suck. You're damaged in that area. So if I try to talk to you about that, you're not gonna hear me in the same tone that I'm trying to give it to you. But